Good afternoon, everybody. I hope my mic is up enough and I ain't having any cut in and outs like I did the other day. It's 85 degrees Fahrenheit. Thank you, squirrel. It is sunny too. It says sunny, but I don't. Long as it doesn't get by 95 again, but it will, just not right now. Um, what was I fixing to say? I don't know. I don't know. I had someone ask me the other day, why are you always telling me the temperature, but you don't tell me where you are? I just do it to check my microphone and just to make you think about it. So maybe the weather's not good where you are, and just giving you a nice sunny disposition of where I am. That might be the best thing about where I am. I don't know. Well, today we gotta deal with Disney. Disney been getting on my nerves anyway for a while. Uh, no, not because of the new Mermaid movie either. I mean, people are being kind of stupid about that. Getting all bent out of shape. Um, Disney's for children, uh, or young adults or whatever. You know, you ain't got to ruin it for the kids by being an adult talking all kind of smack about what your adult feelings are on the race of a mermaid. Do you know how dumb you sound? I mean, really, adults getting into conflict over the race of a mermaid. That just kind of cracks me up. It's a mermaid. Cheese on Pete's. You're arguing over mermaids. It's not even like you know or not if a mermaid is real, reality. I need these parents to come back to reality because today's going to be about Walt Disney reality. Something you should really be concerned about. Um, Not the race of a mermaid. I mean, we don't even know. They could be blue for all I know. So I'm sorry. Does that make sense, squirrel?
Yeah.
I mean, adults getting all bent out of shape about the race of a mermaid. I don't think a 5-year old cares what the race is of a mermaid. They just enjoy the show. So let them enjoy the damn show. Make them some popcorn. If you can't handle it, go in another area. With all that said, let's get on Disney about what they really got a problem with, and that is child pornography. Oh boy. Well, first of all, I want to throw this disclaimer up here. Wait, longer than that though. Um, I want to say welcome to everybody that's standing around listening. Take a seat, get some popcorn, and if you get mad, you're probably gonna, but because this is not a loving Disney story. Um, but this disclaimer needs to go up. This is, educational and research and teaching y'all about what's going on out there. This is real, and people need to know about what's happening out there. So we're gonna throw this up there, and there's a trigger warning already up also, because I'm pretty sure if you were a parent taking your kids to Disneyland, this should trigger you. It should trigger you. If you're listening, please subscribe, hit the like button. I would greatly appreciate that. I always forget to say that when I'm on live. I guess just because it's scrolling at the bottom, I think people would take a few minutes to hit that and share it also if you have time. And all of you have a blessed day in between. But I just kind of forget to say, that. And I want to thank you for all those that have subscribed and hit the like button and made comments on my videos. It means so much to me. And I look forward to answering or making any comments back to things that you have said. With that said, Let's see what we have going on here. All right, let's get started. Wait, let me move my scroller so y'all can read the bottom of that. 1 second. Oh no. Okay. So what we got here is a dozen of Disney Universal theme park employees got arrested in sex crimes involving children. That's right, you heard me right. In 2013 alone, more than 50 million visitors passed through the turnstiles of Disney for Orlando area theme parks, and that's add in Universal Studios, the Islands of Adventures, SeaWorld, and the annual attendance numbers swell to more than 70 million, and that means most of them are children. A new 6-month investigation by CNN showed that in recent years, more than 3 dozen Central Florida amusement park employees have been arrested for sex crimes involving children, including some just this very month, right now. And as summer is coming up and people are making their plans, the numbers can only get bigger. They're not going to get less. So this is back in 2013. It's not that far away. I mean, we're at 2023. And if it was that then, you can be sure that it's worse now. So since 2006, at least 35 of Disney's employees, 35, get that going now, 35. Before I said 3 dozen. Now in 2006, 35 dozen. 35 Disney employees have been arrested and accused of sex crimes involving children, including trying to meet a minor for sex and possession of child pornography. And that was reported by CNN. Among the 35 arrests at Disney, 2 came earlier in the month as part of Operation Cyber Child 3, an undercover sex sting conducted by Polk County Sheriff's Office. Yeah, you know who the leader of that pack is at Polk County. If you don't, I don't understand that because he's pretty in face kind of guy. That sting targeted adults traveling to meet minors for sex and possessing child pornography. Arrested were Alan Trester, 40, a concierge at Disney's annual Animal Kingdom Lodge, who formerly worked at Disney's Toy Story ride, and Zachary Spencer, 26, who also was a Disney employee. CNN reported that Trester was arrested after showing up at the home to meet what he thought was a 14-year-old boy to fulfill a fantasy. While unsuccessful in the attempt, police said that during the interrogation, Tresley said he admitted to having sex with the 15-year-old in June after traveling to Georgia. The arrests include employees of other Central Florida theme parks since 2006, and authorities have arrested 5 Universal Studio employees, including 1 earlier this month, and 2 SeaWorld employees on similar charges. But these people done lost their mind. It doesn't sound like they're giving up very much, I see that. Though none of the cases involved children or teens visiting the theme parks, 2 cases of child pornography occurred on Disney property. And you got to think about this. Most people, when they get to Disney, they pretty much just let their kids run wild and rampant. Don't know where they are, couldn't find them if they tried. And whenever you find children, you'll find sexual predators that want to be there. And y'all know who said that. Let me say it again. Whenever you find children, you'll find sexual predators that want to be there. And that's right. Polk County Sheriff Grady Judd told CNN. To date, 32 have been convicted, he said, and other cases are still pending. Disney worker was arrested on child porn charges posted on about hot teens. A longtime Disney World employee was arrested for allegedly sharing child pornography and uploading pictures of a pal's underage daughter online, saying he wanted to impregnate her. What the hell? I'm putting the spotlight on this guy. Daniel Riviera, a Walt Disney World Parks and Resorts employee for 20 years. 20 years. Was booked at the Orange County Jail following months-long investigation into his Dropbox account that contained several files of children under 10 having sex with adult men. Investigators said Riviera, a father of two, admitted obtaining child porn once a week for the past 10 years and even shared personal information about coworkers on adult sites. Riviera allegedly shared 155 posts on the sites, including several photographs of young girls and women he claims he knows. This is unreal. You cannot make this shit up. This world is out of control. But all the gaming and all the, trying to keep us entertained or me keeping kids entertained, we have just totally, as adults, have left children without protection. Sorry, that's how I feel about it. But the kids, they think we're still protecting them. As adults, we're not protecting them. Several of them included co-workers who dressed up as Disney characters, with Riviera allegedly posting in an online forum that hot teens and mouse ears are a weakness of mine. Oh. Another post included a picture of an underage daughter of a friend in a cheerleading uniform with the caption of how he was fascinating about a fantasy with having sex with her and impregnating her. Wow. A Walt Disney World spokesperson confirmed that Riviera was put on administrative leave following his arrest. Investigators said the case against Riviera began in September when the Orange County Sheriff's Office received a tip from the National Center of Missing and Exploited Children about the employee's Dropbox. Dropbox, the file hosting giant, provided police with the IP address linked to Riviera's account, which included a computer linked to Walt Disney World service, according to court records. Here's a picture of Riviera, whose second child was born while he was in prison. The link implies that the user was located within Disney office space or on Disney property, leading investigators to Riviera. His Winter Garden home was also flagged in the search. And during a search of his home, Riviera, police also found a hard drive containing images of girls in erotic poses. This man has 2 children. Works at Disney, has for 20 years. And this is what they're finding at his home. To kids, Disney is the happiest place on the world. There ain't no better place, there ain't no happier place, the magical place of Disney. And it's kind of startling, sickening to know that this stuff was happening. Riviera was charged with transporting child pornography, with other charges likely to be filed against him during the court charge on Wednesday. According to court records, he told his wife that he knew he had a problem, but he failed to fix himself before his arrest. He told his wife he knew he had a problem, but failed to fix himself before his arrest. This was going on 20 years, and he only admitted that to his wife when he was going to get arrested and go to jail. How did he plan to fix himself? I wonder if the wife is going to put their children in therapy to find out if he did anything to the kids. The neighbors of Riviera told WFTV9 that Riviera's wife gave birth to their second child and while he remains to be locked up in the county jail. But he's not the only one here. Not the only one at all. Florida detectives arrested 10 men once all of this was broken into. Riviera just happened to be the catalyst to an undiscovery that none of them were expecting to find. The arrest of 10 men, one a project manager at Walt Disney World, and a 16-year-old boy as part of an undercover child pornography investigation. A Polk County Sheriff's Office announced that the arrests were made in connection and possession, promotion, and distribution of child porn. The suspects will face 660, did you get that number? 660 felony charges. Most of the images we saw during the investigation depicted children being sexually battered that we have seen before, which means we haven't yet identified any local child victims. But as always, there's also a part of our investigation, said Judd. That's Sheriff Grady Judd. We need more sheriffs like him in America because he is always on top of everything. Um, let's hear a little bit from Judge Grady here. Just a little bit because we got to talk about these people a little more.
Protect the community and specifically our children, which are the youngest and the most vulnerable. My detectives are simply the very best, and they've been at work again. Today we're going to talk about child pornography. Are yet. We don't know who these parents are yet, but I want to tell you parents something. If you're having your children's nude photographs taken by Stefan Young or anybody else in provocative, sexual, lacy underwear, we're going to put you in jail too. That is not all right, ever. In addition to that, he said he would do dressed and undressed pictures with the undercovers children. And he said, but listen, if Grady Judd finds out, we're in trouble. Because, see, he'll take art and make it pornography. Well, Stefan, it's pornography. It's not art. And your ugly mug is in the county jail.
Judge Grady has his hand full with the weirdos on the criminals of Florida. I tell you that much. This is why we're covering Sheriff Grady again before we move across the United States with another story on children who'd be abused in this country. Um, I don't reside in Florida. If you think I do, you would be wrong. So I happen to just start on the East Coast with this movement um, on highlighting the big stories of it. So, anyway, here's a look at the 11 that were arrested. One man arrested was Roger Cady, Catey, who worked as a project manager at Walt Disney World, and the spokesperson from Disney World said that Cady was employed there until that Monday, but wasn't able to confirm if he was fired. Cady, 53, is charged with 24 counts of possession of child pornography and 2 counts of promotion of sexual performance by a child. Another man arrested, Ricky Vargas Garcia, told investigators he was a Lego builder for Merlin Entertainment. He worked at an off-site facility for Merlin Entertainment. Vargas Garcia, 30, is charged with 10 counts of possession of child pornography, a Lego builder. Edward Zabowski, the third, 48 years old, is charged with 64 counts of possession of child pornography and 1 count of promotion of sexual performance by a child. Richard Cousins, 64, is charged with 164 counts of possession of child pornography and 3 counts of promotion of sexual performance by a child. Bruce Naper, 51 is charged with 12 counts of possession of child pornography and 1 count of promotion of sexual performance by a child. Don Carrier, 84. Wow. Is charged with 200 counts of possession of child pornography. Can you imagine how many children have been affected by this one man right here? He's 84 years old. The list would be endless. Matthew Cincy, 35, is charged with 100 counts of possession of child pornography. Jared Whitting, 24, is charged with 14 counts of possession of child pornography. Alejandro Balazar II is 20 and he's charged with 55 counts of possession of child pornography. Donald March is 69 years old and is charged with 16 counts of possession of child pornography and 3 counts of promotion of a sexual performance by a child. The 16-year-old boy arrested is charged with 12 counts of possession of child pornography. The one thing I do wonder when they're young, like the 16-year-old and the younger children, the 18, the 24, I wonder, you know, do they take into account that these are more than likely products of their environment? They were products of molestation that happened to them as children, and they have moved on to become the person that did this to them. Now they are the person continuing on doing it to someone else. But does that give them an excuse to get away with it? Oh, hell no. Let's get back to Grady and let's see what the sheriff has to continue to say.
That's right. He knew he was going to be in trouble when we figured it out. Because Grady Judd takes art and makes it pornography. He justified this as art. It's not art when you're taking nude pictures of children. It's not art when you're in possession of child porn. And he also said he had, once again, this is his communication. We need these victims. That he had physical sexual contact with 2 girls as young as 9 and 11 years of age. We don't know where they are. We need those victims. We're looking for them. And then he told the undercover another Grady Juddism. Don't talk to Grady Judd. If you do, I'll go to jail. He was right. He's in jail. He knew what he was doing was wrong, or he wouldn't have been concerned that Grady Judd knew. Listen, he's still under investigation. There are people in this community that know of his evilness, that know that, according to his statements, not ours, that he sexually battered children, that he took photographs, nude photographs of little children. We want to find those victims. Help us out. This is a bad man, and we want him to go to prison for a long time.
Grady Juddisms, I like that. Um, hmm. Grady is the man. The Polk County Sheriff's Office is searching for children that has been sexually victimized after deputies have arrested these men, including the Disney employee Riviera for child pornography. According to Grady Judd, the men were arrested during Operation Maze Monsters, an investigation by the PCSO Computer Crimes Unit, which focused on identifying those who possessed and distributed child pornography. Detectives say the child pornography included thousands of photos and videos depicting babies, toddlers, and children being sexually battered, forced to engage in sex acts, and displayed in sexually explicit poses. According to Sheriff Grady Judd, investigating 58-year-old Stephen Young, a self employed boudoir photograph at Polk County, had a concerned citizen reported seeing an advertisement on Craigslist in which a man said he would take photos of children. Judd said the photographer bragged to an undercover deputy that he took the pictures of kids in their underwears and sometimes nude with their parents' permissions. And that's the guy that was on the screen that Sheriff uh, Judd was holding up there. He said, "Hey, if Grady finds out, we're in trouble because he will, he will take art and make it into pornographic." That's what that guy told an undercover cop. But according to Judd, the photographer told the undercover agent that he had physical, sexual contact with the girls who were 8 and 9 years old. And Judd says he was arrested and charged with 3 counts of possession of child pornography. Judd also added that children in the images did not appear to be from Polk County. Judd says he wants to find these victims and that people in the neighborhoods, or around America need to help him out. This is a bad man and we want him to go to prison for a long time. Another man was arrested. 40-year-old Paul Vale of Davenport worked at Cosmic Ray's restaurant at Disney World. He was a sadomasochist. There were photos where they were tied up babies in prep for a sexual battery. There was one a week-old child where the child's hands were tied behind her back. Can you believe that? Dale faces a whopping 540 counts of child porn. That's 540 felony charges. Why do people like Paul Vale work at Disney? That's where the children are. That's why they work there. I mean, pedophiles are applying there. That's the point. Judd also said he added that his wife asked, she's only been married to him for a year. She asked, "Did I marry a monster?" Judd said, "Yeah, you married a monster." The sheriff also said another man who was arrested worked at Best Buy, and another made a photo salad at the Publix. Sorry. So one of them was a potato salad maker at Publix, the store, and one worked at Best Buy. We got a whole kind of community here going on. Grady made a joke about him, though. He said he was not letting the rascal make potato salad in jail. Grady Judd got jokes, but he's never trying to be all funny about it. But Judd said that most of the men were employed, though one did not work and lived with his parents. He added that many of the men were married and at least one had children. Through detectives did not find any images of those children in the child pornography evidence. Deputy seized 1,276 images of child pornography during the operation. The videos and photographs are some of the most horrific his deputies has ever seen. Images of children being forced to expose their genitalia and raped. Sheriff Grady Judd said each time one of these monsters upload and share child pornography, they are feeding a child exploration pipeline and they are victimizing children over and over again. Parents, this is another stark reminder of why it is important to get all in your child's business when it comes to their gaming stations, cell phones, and other electronic devices. In total, the suspects face 1,280 felony charges, with expected to be in the investigation charges. I totally agree. Parents need to get all up in your kids' business. I don't care if they're 9, 10, 11, 12, hell, all the way to they move out from home to the 19 years old and even after that. Because stuff happens to college kids too. I mean, really? Look what happened in with Brian Kober and killing those college kids. So they, something happens. It's time for parents to get back to being good parents. I know it's a crazy world out there these days, but it's time to make a decision. What's more important? And what's more important is your children. That's what's more important. Let's hear what else Grady had to say.
And then there's Paul Val. He's 40 from Davenport. He's married. He works at Disney World at Cosmic Rays Restaurant. In fact, he just recently moved to Polk County from Indiana, and he moved here specifically to work at Disney World. Well, back in the day, they arrested Willie Sutton for robbing banks. He was a notorious bank robber. And they asked Willie Sutton, "Hey, Willie, why do you rob banks?" And he said, "Well, that's where the money is." "Well, why do people like Paul Vell work at Disney?" "Because that's where the children are."
That sums it up completely. That's where the children are. I hope everybody has starts to think about this a lot more than they have in the past. Think about it even in your own town. Your own town may not be Disneyland, but ask yourself, where are the children? Where do the children go? Skate park? Where do the children go? There's an answer to that question in every community. The skate park, that's where the children are. School playgrounds, that's where the children are. Beaches, that's where the children are. After school playgrounds, that's where the children are. Ice cream stands, that's where the children are. Baseball fields, that's where the children are. We need to start being where the children are. I thank you all for coming. Please hit the like and subscribe button, and y'all have a blessed day. And please be where the children are.